Hello students, welcome to lesson 7 on our distance learning, and it's about analyzing probability. So again, we'll be using our desired outcome over possible outcome. There will be 2 parts to today's notes. There'll be only 2 problems actually and 2 parts, so the part 1 will have 1 problem, part 2 will have 1 problem. And please, a reminder to go ahead and print out your worksheet. Today's will just be one side. This will be your assignment, and you'll be taking your notes in your spiral today. Alright? So again, no second page for notes, because your notes are actually pretty short today. Alright? Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead and before we get started, go ahead, I'm going to pause for a second and let you copy this down. Alright, let's get started on this problem. Let's just say you're playing darts. I know it's a rectangle, not a circle, but let's say you're playing darts and you're just going to toss a dart randomly, okay, and you're not aiming for something. Alright, so let's say you close your eyes or something like that, and you're going to try to hit somewhere over here, okay? So what's the probability of landing on A, B, C, and D? As you can see, there are 4 spots for D's, 2 spots for A's, 3 spots for B's, and 2 spots for C's. Okay? A lot of students and a lot of people would think, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 pieces to this dart. So therefore that should be 2 out of 11 for the probability of A, which is actually incorrect. As you can see, for this A, it's a lot bigger than the other pieces. So how can you count that as the same size as the other shapes? Alright, so we need to analyze this quickly and take a look. And what you need to do is you need to make sure that they're all actually the same size. Alright, so this is a little bit trickier. Okay, so to start this, what I would do is I would look at these shapes on this side here and realize that on this part here, there's only 1 slice. So I'll go ahead and put a 1 right here quickly. In fact, let me use a blue for that one. Okay, so again, there are 1 slice to this one. This one has 3 equal slices. My drawing is not that great, but there are 3 equal slices, and this one here has 4 equal slices. So this slice, if it was 1, would be the same as these 3, would be the same as these 4, and this one here, these are 4 equal slices, but these are not 3 equal slices. So what I can do is I can draw a line over here and say there's actually also, there could be 4 slices, and we'll go ahead and make this one C. And this one's also a C. Alright? Okay. So now here's what we can do. We're going to continue what we just did on the last part, but we're going to slice it up a little bit more. Okay? And just by looking at these numbers, what you want is sort of like a common denominator. Okay? So by looking at 1, 3, and 4, I realize that 1, 3, and 4 can turn into a number 12 if I multiply them. Alright, so multiply this one by 12, that will give me 12. Multiply this one by 4, that will give me 12. By 3, by 3, 12. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to make this into 12 slices, these into 12 slices, these into 12 slices, these into 12 slices. So therefore I would know how many slices each one have. It'll be a little bit easier. Okay, sort of like you want to cut a pizza. You want to cut them up so you can share them equally. That's what we're going to do. Alright? So let's go and start with the bottom one here. Okay, so I know I want them 12. So these are 4 there. That means this has to be 3 slices, 3 slices, 3 slices, 3 slices. Alright, so let's go ahead and put 1. There you go. There you go. Alright, now that was a little confusing there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and then put the letters in there. Okay, so D, and that one belongs to C, C, C. This one here is that's a little confusing. If you try to remember what it is, that might be even easier. Okay, so I know it looks really messy. Alright, so again, we can do 3 slices here. 1. You can just put the A right now. I think that's what I'm going to do. D, D. That's what I'm going to do right there. I think that way it would be easier if I just go ahead and put it while I'm slicing it. Okay, I think that'll be a little easier. Okay, so now for this one, I know that I need to give them each 4 slices because they need to have a total of 12. Okay, so you can just realize you're aligned this. So that's B, B, that's already a B there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I added an extra 1. There. Okay, B, B. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Alright. On my drawing, probably need to put this one over here or something like that. Alright, now again, so 1, 2, and for this one, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so C, there you go, perfect. And this one has 12. So I mean, you can slice them up, but just know that this one has 12 slices. Okay, so you can put it right here, like 12 slices or something like that. All right. I think I'm ready to go. And my total outcome, obviously 12, 12, 12, 12. That gives me 48 slices. All right. All right. Now I'm ready to go ahead and do these problems. Okay. So for A, I have 12 slices here, and there's 1, 2, 3 more that give me 15 slices total. Again, if you're playing darts, you could do it like pizza or something like that. So that's 15 out of 48. I'll use blue so get different color. So that gives me 15 out of 48. Let's see how my answer, little cheat sheet here. That's 5 out of 16. That's the same thing as 31.3%. Right? So B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 should be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, this is D. What am I doing? Wait a minute. See, oh, so I messed up right there. Good thing I caught myself, right? So anyway, so D, this should be D. Let's see, that was B. So then this one here was into 3 slices, so 1, 2, 3. So this should be D and D. My bad. D. D. Sorry for that. Okay, so anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11. So it gives me 11 over 48. That's the same thing as 22.9%. Alright? C. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I also got 10 over here, so that's good. So 10 over 48. That's the same thing as 5 over 24, which is 20.8%. Alright, the last one. For D, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12. I also got 12 over, so perfect. So 12 over 48. That's 1/4, and that's 25%. Alright? Alright. Again, you have any questions? Email me. That concludes our part 1. And let's go ahead and move on to part 2. Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of notes. And again, we're not writing anything inside our worksheet, so go ahead and copy this down in your spiral. Go ahead and do that. Alright, so for this problem you have 2 spinners, okay, and you're going to spin the first one and then you're going to spin the second one. And what's the probability of getting red, then green, red, then red, green, then white? Let me see here, this one here. There you go. Green, then white, red, and green. Alright, so again, very similar to our part 1 of notes. These slices are not the same size. These slices are not the same size. So it may seem that red is 1 out of 3. It's not. Okay? Definitely not for this one. Not 1 out of 5. How can it be 1 out of 5 when this one is so much bigger than the others? Okay? So before you start, you have to make sure all the slices are the same size. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. This one's an easy one. I just go ahead and draw a line going up. Now I have 2 slices of red. Oh, by the way, they're supposed to be the same size for the circle. I mean, it's my drawing. Again, it's not too great, I know. Alright. But anyway, for this one, it looks like this is half, and these are 4 slices, so I have to make that into 4 slices. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line right here. That's 2 slices, and then half of that one, then half of that one. That would give me 4 red slices. Alright. For part 2 of notes, we can go ahead and use the multiply version. You can do an area model for this one. There will be 4 on the left side, and there will be 8 on the top side. So you want to do an area model, you can. It might be easier for some of you guys, but I am going to go ahead and multiply to find my results. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and do A, B, C, and D. For A, let me go ahead and use blue pen. For A, the probability of getting red, then green. Red is 2 out of 4. That's the same as 1/2. I'm just going to go ahead and write down 2 over 4. Okay, and then my second chance is getting green. That's 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. Alright, you can go ahead and multiply and then reduce. I'm going to reduce first. I'm going to cross reduce, so divide by 2 will give me 1 and then 4. So my new fraction is 1 times 1. That will give me 1. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 over 16 is 6.3%. Alright? Okay, let's go do B. Red, then red. So again, red is 2 over 4. Again, you can put 1/2. And you can put 1/2 for a second one also. That might be easier. Even though it's 4 slices out of 8, that's the same thing as half. I'm just going to use 4 over 8. Okay, that's half times a half, by the way. But anyway, I'm going to reduce it. This side first, divide by 4, it gives me 1. Divide by 4 gives me 1. Divide by 2 gives me 1. Divide by 2 gives me 4. That would give me 1 times 1 is 1. 4, which is 25%. Alright, C, green, then white. So that gives you 1 out of 4 times 1 out of 8. Gives me 1 out of 32. Not a very good chance of winning, of getting green and white. And that's that gives me 1 over 32. And I did not get the percent for that one, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my calculator. Sorry for that one. 1 divided by 32, that gives me 3.1%. Alright, now the last one, we can spend some time on it. Okay, this one has the word and, so it's actually really tricky. So red and green, so it's just like the first one. You want to get red for the first one, green for the second one, which we already know the answer to, which is 1 over 16. So you know you're going to have a chance of 1 over 16, okay, of getting red, then green is 1 over 16. We already know that one. Now we have to reverse that. Okay, reversing it means you can also get green, then red. Okay, so you can win with these two. Okay, you can win with red then green, but you can also win with green then red. So you already know for red then green is 1 over 16. Let's find out what this one is quickly. Okay, so green then red, green, so 1 out of 4 times red, which is 4 over 8. Again, we're going to reduce that. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So your chance of winning, if you get green, then red is 1 over 8. If you get red, then green is 1 over 16. So you actually have to add these two. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show the work right here. So I'm going to add those two. So again, for me, the chance for me to win for red, then green is 1 over 16. Then I can reverse that because they use the word and. So I can also win with green, then red. So I'm going to add that one 1 over 8. common denominator, 1 over 16 plus 2 over 16. That gives me 3 over 16. And 3 over 16 is 18.8%. And that's my answer for the last one here. Alright. Thank you guys. That's lesson 7. Again, you have any questions, go and email me. You have a good day and a great weekend.